Swimming results for the Section 6A swimming and diving meet over the weekend. Sauk Center finishes in 6th place. I thought we had a very good meet today. And finished about where I thought we would. Definitely we swam in for a tie for third for True Team. And we have a team that's a little more built for True Team, but we still had some very good performances here at this section meet. And we're able to get some kids down to the state meet, which is always our goal at this meet, and have a lot of kids into the top 8 and top 16 areas that we were looking for. It's a tough section, no doubt about it. And, we've got Sartell, we've got Sauk Rapids that added in this year, came down from AA to single A. You add in a great Melrose team who finished second over there. Great job and a great shout out to Nathan Meyer and his team over there. Those kids are just awesome, and Nathan's great at what he does, so it's awesome to see. And then you got at a St. Cloud Tech team that finished 4th, Rocori 5th. So we were pretty pleased with 6th place to be able to kind of jump in there and, finish where we did, I thought was good. The meet couldn't have started any better for us today. We had an outstanding swim by our medley relay. We qualified by time. The top 7 relays qualified by time. We were 7th and still made it down to the state meet with that swim. Dropped over 2 seconds from our first day swim, which it was same group of girls, and they needed to do that. And that group of girls was McKenna Bartle, Liv Jennison, Brooke Broman-Schenkel, and Maisie Jennison. Our 2 seniors at the end of that relay, and the girls in front did a great job too. No doubt about McKenna and Liv. They did their part, but those senior girls did just an absolutely outstanding job. Maisie Jennison going 24-2 on that anchor leg. That was just, I don't know where that came from. That was, it was just absolutely outstanding. As I'm looking at results here, that's actually the fastest anchor leg of anybody on that medley relay. So just a great job for Maisie. Brooke comes out, and again, those 2 motivated, being seniors, they want to make it down for their senior year, and throws up a huge split. I'm looking at this too. Holy cow. That is also the fastest split of anybody on the butterfly leg. So, that tells you something right there. Those seniors are motivated. And again, McKenna and Liv did their job as well. Great to see those girls come out and have such great swims and put that relay down to the state meet. So awesome job for those girls. Kira Bjork in the 200-yard freestyle. Kira ends up 13th. Had a good swim there. This is a race that she continues to learn how to swim a little better. And I thought she had a good swim all weekend. Thursday at prelims and finals again here on Saturday. Did a great job. So great job to Kira. And she had another race later on in the day we'll talk about in a little bit. In the 50-yard freestyle, we have another state qualifier. Maisie Jennison qualifies for her second event with a second-place finish in the 50-yard freestyle. Watching that race, Maisie had her best start. I've never seen her do a better start than that, which is in the 50 free, there's zero margin for error. And Maisie was able to hit this, I think, almost as perfect as she could. There are some things maybe on the turn we could do a little bit better, but even there, I feel like I'm nitpicking. I'm trying to find something because it was such a great swim. And she did exactly what she needed to do, had an outstanding start, which is, again, like I was saying, probably the best start I've seen her do. And that put her in a great spot. She was in first or second place right off the probably the first 15-yard mark. And then off the turn, she was in second place and held that position with some outstanding swimming. So great job for Maisie to be second place there and punch her ticket down to the state meet. Katie Gregory, not to be outdone as well, had a great 50 freestyle. She finishes 14th. Making it in the top 16 in this section is incredibly hard. And Maisie was really, Katie was really impressive to do that in the sprints when these events are so deep. Just such a hard-working kid and just a person who likes to perfect that craft. And I got to tell you, what Katie did here today was awesome and a great 50 freestyle for her. 100 Butterfly was our next event where we had a competitor here. And again, another ticket to state meet punched again. Brooke Broman-Schenkel goes down in her second event in the 100 Butterfly. Outstanding. Just a great swim for her. She goes under state cut time, but also finishes second place, which, again, in our section, in all sections, I guess, the top 2 advance in the swimming events. And Brooke made no mistake about that. I can't say enough about this. At the conference meet, she was swimming the 200 individual medley. Here she swam the 100 fly. It's an event she swam a few times during the season and has done really well with it and had some great performances. But it was what she did was nothing short of miraculous to be second place in this event, to drop that much time, which she needed to do. And to her credit, I mean, sometimes you have kids who are maybe, kind of look to the coach to kind of make decisions. Brooke was a huge part of what we were going to swim, and she talked about it even during the season. Like, hey, at certain meets, she wants to swim butterfly because she wants to test herself to see, hey, what is going to be my next best event beyond breaststroke? And boy, I think we found that and made the right choice there. And again, that's a lot of credit to Brooke in just what she was able to do and how she saw this. Smart kid, high what we would call swimming IQ. She knows the sport. She knows what she's capable of. And boy, it couldn't have come together better for her in that 100-yard butterfly. So great job there. The 100 freestyle had a couple of other very, very good swims in that race. Nobody advanced to state, but we had a seventh place finish for Maisie Jennison there. Went a little bit faster than she did in prelims, so that was great to see. And then Katie Gregory with a nice little time drop as well, finishing 11th in that 100-yard freestyle. So great job for our sprinters, which has been kind of a strength for us all year. So good to see that happen. The 500-yard freestyle, Kira Bjork, who finished 8th in prelims and now comes back and swims, moves up 2 spots, ends up with a 6th-place finish. Her personal and lifetime best in the 500-yard freestyle, dropped another 3 seconds, a little over 3 seconds in that 500. Kira, can't say enough about the distance swimming she's done for us this year. She's been a go-to swimmer for us there, and again, outstanding swim for her to really do what she did and have the performance that we needed her to have. The 200 freestyle relay, boy, this was a close one for us. We end up in 5th place, but just barely missed state cut time for this one. A little bit of a heartbreaker, but I got to give a lot of credit to these girls. They gave it everything they got. Liv Jennison led it off for us, Brooke Broman-Schenkel 2nd, Katie Gregory 3rd, and Maisie Jennison 4th. The one that stands out to me was Katie Gregory going 25.6 on that. That's... It almost leaves me speechless, the kind of swim she had right there. Maisie going 24.2, lights out. These girls just, I can't say enough for the effort they give and just how they handle themselves, even though they missed this, right? And this was a little bit of a heartbreaker for them. They handled themselves with class. They handled themselves with dignity. And the thing that maybe was most impressive is when McKenna Bartle, who's in the water in the next heat, swimming backstroke, they're at the end of the lane cheering. They had every reason to feel sorry for themselves and cry and be upset, and certainly would be understanding of that. But what they did, how they handled themselves, to be down there cheering, those are great teammates. And we talk a lot about it at practice, like what's a great team, and great teams sometimes win championships, yeah. But great teams also are kids who support each other through all of it. And I got to say, this has been one of the great teams that I've had the luxury of coaching, and that relay and those 4 girls were a huge part of kind of showing that example. In the 100-yard backstroke, McKenna Bartle, 12th place finish there, had a huge time drop from what she did in prelims, goes 105.6, just an outstanding swim for her. Again, really happy for McKenna. She battled a little bit on Thursday. It wasn't her best meet on Thursday, and man, she showed up today. So great to see McKenna do that and have such a great swim in that backstroke. In the 100-yard breaststroke, we had 2 girls in the top 8. Brooke Broman-Schenkel finishes 4th, just outside of the qualifying time. And again, outstanding swim for her. And Liv Jennison, another one who had just an outstanding year for us, really stepped up, really became a big-time swimmer for us, 6th place there. So 2 girls in the top 6, outstanding swims for those girls. And just can't say enough about the effort we saw from them. And then not to be outdone, our 8th place finish in the 400-yard freestyle relay. The girls went 4:02, and it was the same group of girls that we had on there on Thursday, and they came back and go 6 seconds faster in the finals. It was just awesome. seeing what they were able to do. McKenna, we talked about her having a great backstroke. Well, she comes out and drops 3 seconds in her 100 freestyle on this relay. Kira had a great swim. Katie had a great swim. Sylvie had a great leadoff leg. We actually changed up the order of this event, or order of this relay in this event. From prelims to finals, trying to maybe find a little spark, and those girls did. They found a spark, all right, to go 6 seconds faster. That was just outstanding. So very pleased with the girls on the day. Just not much more we could ask of them, not only in the pool, but out of the pool, which I think is just so important in life and in what they're going to do beyond the pool and beyond high school. They handled themselves with class, and they handled themselves a way that would make certainly me as a coach very, very proud and very excited to be a part of what they're doing. So great day. Looking forward to the state meet. We head down on Thursday. Thursday's just a warm-up day for us. They do have diving. We didn't have any divers qualify for the state meet, so we won't have any competitors on Thursday. Prelims are on Friday, and we're hoping to get those girls on to finals on Saturday and have a successful state meet and, just be able to enjoy that experience with each other and have those girls really enjoy it and just have a good time because, they've done the hard work, and I know they're not going to be happy just going down and showing up. They're going to want to do well, and that's a credit to them and a credit to what they do day in and day out.